Welcome back on the Lobo Coaches Show in the studios of UPublic Television, along with the coach of UNM. That's Bob Davey. I'm Robert Portnoy, and it's time for our Subway Ask the Coach segment. We have Travis in Corrales today, Coach Davey, and he wants to know, how will UNM utilize its second bye week of the season?
Yeah, Travis, that's a good question, and we're going to put it to great use. You know, we're going to attack this like we're 5-2, not 2-5, and try to get a lot of things accomplished. First, we have to get some guys rested. As you know, our depth is pretty shallow. A lot of guys have played a lot of snaps. So I'm going to break it down where the guys that have played the most snaps will practice the least. We're going to bring them in today, Sunday, flush this Utah State game out of the way, and then give them tomorrow off, concentrate on academics, practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And again, it'll be on kind of a sliding scale of the guys that have played the most cumulatively, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, getting the least amount of work, and some of those younger players that haven't played a lot getting the most work. And then we're going to take the weekend off, get the attitude right, and go play the rest of this season, like we're an undefeated team playing for a conference championship.
That's your Subway Ask the Coach segment. You can submit your question at golobos.com if you have a question for the head football coach, Bob Davey. Will there be a recruiting piece to it in that weekend, the middle weekend, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the coaches, we will practice Thursday. It's 6:30 Thursday. Every coach on this staff is heading out of Albuquerque Airport, and we have to get out. We have to get some bigger bodies in this program, and we're going to go find them.
Trying to make that defense in particular look like a Mountain West defense, right?
Yeah, and it's a process, but even last night there were some positive things that we can build on.
I thought that the way that the team played so tough in the second half, and I know a portion of that fourth quarter in particular was against the twos and maybe even the threes for Utah State, but it was a big deficit at halftime, and the Lobos hung tough in the second half.
Yeah, and that's what's so disappointing about the fake punt for a touchdown. You know, we're third down, we're off the field, and one young guy trying to do more than necessary comes underneath the shields instead of staying outside. And that's the taste you leave with when you leave the stadium. But I agree. You know, I watched the tape with the coaches early this morning, and I think people would be really proud of this effort if they had a chance to sit there and just watch the coaches' tape and see what we see.
I really liked how when they went to their Wildcat there in the second half and they drove the ball down the field, it took 7.5 minutes of clock time. They didn't throw a single pass, but the Lobos defense held strong, didn't give up a big play, and then forced the field goal attempt and then blocked it early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we did, but it was a little bit scary, quite honestly, and shows what our problems are, where they can line up and just run the ball for 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, and the run's coming, but you don't have enough oomph to just stop it. So I agree. I mean, we kept playing, we blocked the field goal, but it's a little scary when they take that ball and just run it consistently down the field. And that's kind of the situation we're in right now. That's tough. We've been exposed a little bit.
All right, the Subway player of the game is Kasey Carrier. And here's a big run for 16 yards for Kasey on the Lobos' touchdown drive.
Well, it's really difficult on the seniors. The seniors came into this season obviously with high expectations. I love Kasey Carrier. He just keeps playing, never says a word. In the games where we've put other running backs in there, at times we've been ahead in games. He never said a word about not getting enough carries. He's never said a word about getting too many carries. He just does what he's asked to do.